Hey YouTube, back to more Peglin. We are booting up our first Cruciball run with Peglin today, and eventually I'll have a list of all the Cruciball levels down in the description, but as you can see here, start each run with +1 Pebble, and Pebbles have -0s, -1, so they gave you an extra Pebble, and then they nerfed the Pebbles a little bit, which isn't really a huge deal. Usually you're probably looking to get away from your Pebbles anyways. We could give them a little buff if we wanted to, which we might. Whenever you reload, refresh the board. And whenever you reload, gain 2 must circle. So why don't we'll kind of undo the Crucible and actually give ourselves a little bit of an extra add-on to our Pebbles. But ultimately, in a run, we are usually trying to get rid of most of, if not all of our Pebbles. So all right, we're gonna try to save. We're gonna poorly try to save some of these bombs so we got more guys on the board, but it's okay. So as usual, we're just gonna do our normal. We're gonna try to collect bombs and take as little damage. Collect bombs, collect money, and take as little damage as possible. So we're currently at 44 gold. It would be really nice to get to 50. Gives us the ability to buy something and upgrade. So if we so desire. All right, so what do we got here? Twoo's Company, Slime, Chopping Bollock, Lazorb. Lazorb's kind of stupid, but it's also kind of fun. Concentration. We'll take the Lazorb, sure. And we'll upgrade the Lazorb. Ow. I didn't really peep at our boss yet. Maybe I should do a quick peep down there. Who do we got? We got Slime Boss. Okay. So usually whenever I get Lazorb, I'm just trying to shoot it like almost 90 degrees from us, just kind of back and forth till you hit, you know, either a crit or refresh a bomb. You usually don't get to see it go so slow. So get us the crit, that gets us a kill. Whoops, I was tempting to get the refresh. Now we have access to the bomb. Okay, now we don't have access to the bomb. Let's see, 43 gold again. Maybe we take a couple shots over on the side, see if we can collect a few more pieces of gold. All right, a little short from buying and upgrading. Let's see, Omagorb has overflow. Not a huge fan of the downgrade. It's probably not as big of a deal as I'm thinking right now. Infectious Sting actually could be interesting against Slime Boss. I know on higher Crucible levels, he gets like 2 actions per turn. I'm not sure if he still gets that on these lower levels. As in say, we could keep in mind, there is the one orb that like scales off of Pebbles, which is a little more enticing now that we have an extra orb or an extra Pebble and our Pebbles are buffed. But for now, let's just upgrade Dagorb. And we do have a shop here. Although if we go right and don't have a fight, we don't really have much we'd be able to do with a shop other than maybe buy 1 orb. So fingers crossed for a fight. All right. Duplicate all orbs, duplicate a random orb. All right, we're gonna go random because I don't need 4 more level 1 Pebbles. All right, now we got 1 Pebble. All right, I believe it's like 30 or 35 gold for removal at the shop, so we're gonna try to go to the question mark event, maybe look for another shop further down. Now we can duplicate something. I don't know if I want multiple laser orbs. I'll take a second dag orb. Relic. Apple, increase our health. Board, bombs detonated while navigating, provide 5 gold. The extra health just feels nice to have. All right, once again, fingers crossed for a fight. All right, as I say, we were due. Say, only getting 1 bomb on this board to try to save it. So at least you get a few enemies on board. Trying to scatter some of these shots around too. Try to work on collecting a little bit of gold here and there. Alright, if we can dig down to that bomb now, it wouldn't be a terrible time to start thinking about it. Let's see. Crit probably gets a kill on its own. Think we can hit that? Let's skip go straight to the crit since we have one. Ooh, can we get that? Using the mouse wheel. Ooh, trying to get that precise accuracy. Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, so we do have a shop. Sphere is nice. It gives us some piercing, which we don't have yet. Another Spinfectious Sting. We could have won the Spinfection build. I'd like the sphere, but I'm not going to take it. So if there's a really nice relic or a trinket at the shop here, I'd probably rather have that. Spinfection, gain 1 Belusion for every gold collected. Refreshes and crits contribute to 3 times damage or reduce self-damage from orbs by 50%. We don't have any orbs self-damaging us yet. Strange Brew's the only one that's kind of intriguing. But now let's take Strange Brew. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. There are several events, especially in Act 2, where you can kind of get rid of some pebbles, so. Bombs detonate in 1 hit. Battle start with 10 extra gold. Let's do bombs detonate in 1 hit. That gives us the chance to maybe catch a free relic by getting rid of all 5 bombs in the middle here. On any after, you know, event or after fight thing that has that. So. See if you can also get the relic where like bombs on detonation kind of explode in an area. That's like a free relic. You only get it once per chapter or act, but it's, you know, it's a free relic pretty much. Probably could have nursed that a little more, try to get more money. Let's see. We could consider getting a ball lightning if we wanted something that targets. Laser orb doesn't target, correct? Laser orb does not target. So like, would be nice for something that targets something that is piercing. I am going to pass on that though. I'm not a huge fan. The low damage on ball lightning. So, and we're got another shop in our future, hopefully. There was a lot of gold still on the border. I was hoping to grab a little something extra. Let's see, what are we missing out on? Refilibuster, bad cheese, navigation inflation. All right. Reorbanizer. potion ball. All right, we're gonna remove one of our pebbles here. And let's go check out what this elite fight is. All right, Minotaur. All right, I was really hoping for crits along this here, and I was also hoping for Tag Orb. All right, let's go just straight to our Pebble. All right, if we shoot it around, hopefully it leaves this refresh, so we can get that next shot. Okay, never mind. It gave us one up top, so. We did pretty good damage there, and we have another crit here, so I'm going to just keep shooting our Pebbles. I like all the extra gold on the board we got from the little rainbow slime guy. All right, this was a easier than expected Minotaur fight. They don't usually go that good. Increases hit enemies debuffs by 1. I don't think we're debuffing anything yet. Susceptible, adds exploitable, does extra damage on crits. Rub Orb. Oh, it's a level 2. Okay. We might take that. Not that we need targeting for this boss, but I think by the time we get to Act 2, it's probably not a terrible idea to have a little bit of targeting for some of those fights. Enemy damage resistances become weaknesses instead. Whenever a crit is hit, convert 2 pegs to crits. And pincer maneuver. All right, we do have a couple orbs that are kind of relying on crits. And whenever we do hit a crit, it counts 3 times from Strange Brew. So why don't we take counterfeit crits? And let's see if we can sneak some more gold out of this. I wouldn't have actually been too mad if we would have blew into the fire and had to shoot again, but... let's aim at these bats. Again, I'll aim at the bat. Let's go for the crit here. Let's go to Lazorb and just kind of do our swooping shot and trying to pick up a little more gold. All right, Ether Wheel or Ether Wheel. So it refreshes. Accentuate. We are kind of leaning a little more crit-wise. Accentuate adds Must Circle, which is your base damage. Does do a little bit of damage to us. We do have some extra HP. Let's take the Accentuate. I am a fan of it. I guess that's like, even if you don't hit your crits, you're doing more base damage, so. Would be nice if we can find some sort of relic that has a little bit of passive healing to it to kind of offset those Accentuate shots. Not a super exciting fight here, but there's a crit. Let's see, another crit. Let's see, can we sneak through and get that one in the slime body? Doesn't look like it. Some bombs and crits, looks like. All right, Jupiter Orb. Or Lazorb, not Jupiter Orb. So how do we want to do this? See if we can, like, pick up a bunch of bombs along the way. All right, so now since we have exploitable 3, we do 30 extra damage on crits. All right, weak crit damage, it cannot be modified. Effects that apply plus X plus Y, instead provide plus X plus 3Y. So we do have a lot of crits. That's the unfortunate thing. I do want to make this orb work. This isn't the time to do that though. It's the extra gold. Now we'll just upgrade what we have. Heavy hand. We've talked about heavy hand before. It was really good. They nerfed it a little bit. Then they unnerfed it a little bit. It's okay. I'm not sure if we want that. See, battles start with twice as much, 2.5 times as much gold, but purchases are twice as expensive. I don't like Wand of Ultimate Greed. Just kind of in the long run feels like a nothing burger to me, because like you're collecting more gold, but everything's twice as expensive. Like unless you are specifically working with a gold build, then you know that's kind of the only time I want to take that. Sealed Conviction could be fun. We'd still have a lot of orbs for it. We do want to get rid of our Pebballs still. Let's take Sealed Conviction. We'll keep our eyes for the extra discard. Extra orb discard, if we can find it. See a lot of question marks. Hopefully a lot of Pebble removals. Alright, let's skip straight to Accentuate, maybe. No, let's stay here, because we do have to... Accentuate will hit into the shield. We might be able to... I believe this bypasses the shield, so let's wait for this crit. We've got a lot of triple damage shots here, so... Alright, we didn't kill him in one, but we just need a bomb. Man, still didn't hit that bomb. Okay, as I said, we did not pick up the relic that gives us extra money when we explode bombs on navigation, so give me a crit. Although it's all gonna get eaten up by the shield. Oh, never mind. We got a couple more bombs than I expected. All right. Also a targeting orb. I think at this point we're trying, unless there's something we really like, we're just upgrading what we have, removing others, removing Pebballs. That's a lot of events if you wanted to get an elite fight in. I think we're going to stick this way. I'm sure we'll get a couple random fights along the way. I like Eviscerate. We got enough crits rolling around. It's a targeting orb. I'm gonna skip. We have enough dag orbs already. I would have taken the Eviscerate though. Alright, here goes one. Remove Pebble, upgrade dag orb. Duplicate dagger. Remove Pebble, please. And I'd rather get 2 events than 1 event, so... Alright. Excuse me. Oh my. The last navigation. It's like I could slow it down, but my brain is so used to the speed of the Pebballs, or like the shots there, that like I probably would have been thrown off had I slowed it down. It was running through my brain. No. Remove an orb, remove all orbs. Ooh. So if you remove all orbs, you get Ouroboros, or whatever kind of punny name they use for it, which has persist, I think, you know, on it, so you can reshoot it, and it has echo, so part of the previous shot adds on to the next shot, which theoretically could work nice with Sealed Conviction, because every time we would reload, we would get +3/+3. But I think we're just going to remove an orb. I kind of like what we've got going here. Feels like it could be decently strong. There are some other ways to really make the Ouroboros broke. All right, Smithing, we could take the hammer, which would be this top option. Upgrades every new orb you grab, 1 level, at the cost of some HP. I might just use the forge a couple times. Upgrades random orbs. It does a little more damage each time you do it. But if I can top these guys off, I could save up some money. Maybe buy some nice relics later. We're probably gonna hit the pebbles a few times though. Hit the pebble again. Hit the pebble again. All right, now that's just bad luck. I said we have to hit our good ones now. All right, we upgraded everything at the cost of like half of our health. Honestly, it feels worth it. Okay, now they want to take the pebbles away from us. Where are the pebbles even shooting? 5 9s. We'll do it. It stinks we had to. But was that literally our first like 4 hits in a row? Nice little crit there for Dagorb. This is such a weird fight. If like they just kind of, the enemy just feel like they wait their turn, then one of them will step up sometimes, other times they won't. Actually, my base damage attacks were better. I would have been better off doing that instead, but your boy didn't realize that till it was too late. Every attack is a crit. We could make more crits. I don't think we need to. We will take a heal. Are we at the wall boss? We are not. We're at the ballista boss. The wall boss, at least you don't have to worry about your health. You just need to worry about having a little DPS race. Ballista boss, they can mess you up. But... all right, we're gonna hope to get in this little bomb pouch down here. All right, let's we'll target this guy since he has a shield. And we didn't do enough damage. It's a shame, 2 HP here. Okay. I see, our attack was gonna get eaten up by the shield if we didn't hit the bomb. See, multi-bolt, massive crit damage. What is their... let's say their definition of massive crit damage is 6. Would be really nice if we could get our hands on an orb that heals us. All right, we're gonna go towards the shop and the elite because we're not cowards. Round guard, immune to attack damage down while reloading. That is a snap take for us here. If I was smart enough and I could plan when he's gonna shoot. Oh, I guess I don't have discards. As I say, I could use my discards. We could go for the free relic here, but I'm gonna go to the shop. Okay, well, ambidextrary. That is our discard if we want it. When enemy hits you with a melee attack, apply blind 15. Blind's really good. I don't know about that because I haven't paid enough attention, but I assume most games do differentiate between melee and ranged, and I would assume this boss would be ranged. Whenever you reload, heal 6. I would love to have both of these because I could turn like every 2 to 3 shots. I could turn over and heal. The healing 6 probably isn't a ton though. I am going to take the ambidictionary. Yeah, if it was something like the popping corn or the heal on refreshes, those would have been some really good hits for us. I just kind of noticed that, you know, we are building up our non-crit damage, but with the susceptible, we do like to do crit damage for deal crits for extra damage, so kind of have like a little bit going against us, but I'm just gonna say it makes us a more well-rounded Peglin. Ice circle, that's a very good orb. It's piercing. It is all right. Let's make sure we heal first. All right. See, activating crits also refresh the board. Whenever a crit is triggered, gain 10 evolution. Okay, vitamin C is, I think, is the pick here. We're adding a bunch of crits to the board. We're a lot of times looking to hit the crits. The Belusion can help us miss out on some of the ballista shots, which do like 25 or 30 damage a piece. I was gonna say, you get locked on to these guys usually. Is that, okay, is that not a thing? Okay. Whatever I looked as we were getting ready to shoot, it didn't appear that we were locked on. See, I could save a couple damage if I skip this. I think I will. Forgot we were targeting back there. All right, we've got enough money to heal. That gets us at least one extra ballista shot. We're hoping to build up that Belusion though. Or that we can time the round guard to, you know, save us from the shots. Yeah, like I said, if I was smarter, I would know how often it shoots, so I would be able to plan that out ahead of time. I was like, what is that? That's confusion. Yeah, when these little guys get in the way, it's kind of annoying. All right, I do have to keep in mind this orb does damage us. They haven't loaded up the next shot yet, so we're going to shoot it because I think if we pass, we're not going to be able to miss the next shot. Okay, so it is loaded up here while I'm shooting, so just, I guess, mental note. Okay, I thought that round guard was going to help us there. Let's make sure we get a bomb. Kill off some of these janitors. Let's see. I would love to hit crits. We are at 60% chance of dodging, so that might actually 70. That might come into play. We're 80%, so 90%. Okay. We can shoot this. It will do damage to us. Let's skip it. All right, we got refreshes and crits all down in this region. Okay, I think we skip here. We shoot susceptible because we can target here, and then we shoot ice circle because that can pierce. And we have a crit that we can already target next turn. That should... Oh, there goes that crit. All right. All right, that was a lot closer than I was liked. Let's see. Okay, we still have one more to upgrade here. Anything else? Like, is this our final set of orbs we're gonna take? It might be. Leave the rest for later. All right, Molten Mantle. Molten Mantle is, I think, a good one for us to have. We've got 75 gold. That is 3 heals if we need it. And we are going to tear through enemy health with that. So we can't collect gold anymore. But I'm fine with that. So the way Molten Mantle works, if I didn't read the full thing for you. Your current shot's total damage is dealt to the targeted enemy every 3 gold collected. So you want to try to, especially on orbs like that, you want to try to hit that crit early. So every 3 gold you're doing however many hundreds of damage that is. Are we going to be able to get down to that? No. Let's just skip here. I say we're piercing with that either way. I don't know why I skipped that. I should have just went with that. Let's see. Maybe we try to take out this guy because the big blobby boy is going to take a turn or 2 to get to us. So we could take out the guy in the back. Gives us a turn or 2. We're probably going to skip this guy a little bit. He does a little bit of damage to us. It's not the end of the world, but we are limited to 3 heals. All right, I'm trying to line up. Come on. Not that the Dagor, it's a 719 now, so it's not like it's normal 1 damage, but like give a Peglin a crit. Come on. And actually, I guess we might stop at a shop. We could still be looking for a healing relic. All right, we're gonna let this kind of just run down this side of the mushroom here. Lazorb. Can't. No need to heal yet. Let's go for the free relic. At this point, I might try to dodge some of these elite fights. Let's see. Increase your healing post-battle. No. Board contains additional crit. Sure. Actually, here, we'll go for it and see if we can get the free relic. That is healing. Who is our boss? Oh, Minecraft boss. Let's take that. Oops. Just got Dikembe Matamba, not in my house. Just rejected me this side. We can just do the minus 16 HP because we should heal it back with the Infernal Ingot here. looks like it didn't really matter a whole hell of a lot which way we went here. We won an elite fight. We had an elite fight. Each direction. Do we just want to move straight to Dagorb? I don't think it really matters. There we go. I would really have liked to have seen the dragon boss with all of his gold for this, but we weren't that lucky. Let's see if we can can we get over there? Or maybe we bounce over this way. Nope. I mean, we should be okay, even if we hit a handful of these red bombs. Let's make sure we get the crit though. For some reason, I was thinking, oh, do I even have to kill the remaining minions after I killed Big Boy? And the answer is yes, you do. Oh, Ekorb. Ekorb's good. You know what? I am buying Ekorb. Reason being, this boss can output a number of minions, and that'll be a way for us to clear up a bunch of minions if needed. Okay, we're not getting Bulwark. Apply 1 exploitable to enemies or 2 exploitable on crit. That's probably the one we're taking. Whenever enemy spawns, gain 10 Ballution. Let's take the extra crit damage. Where are our options? So we could go from this path all the way to this path. So which one do we like? Events. So we got events and a treasure. There's a shop here, but now that we spent our money, we can't even afford a relic. Maybe this one. So really, it doesn't matter where we go here. We can get to this path either way. This looks like the easier to navigate path. My brain still tells me grab gold on the way out. It's like, it doesn't matter. All orbs have persist 1. I don't think we want that because we already, well, I guess we did get 1 discard back, but it is nice getting round guard, and it is nice having the balance on reloads from the sealed conviction. There's another relic that looks similar. That's like a scale that does on reloads, I believe, but that's the one I was looking for. But so what's our other options? Previous thrown bombs were fresh. Okay. Check behind the waterfall. Could be a fight. There is a fight. Please hit that crit. All right, so this guy's doing 400 damage already. It would be nice. I could upgrade this to level 3, which we might. Poltergeist is another piercing shot that I normally like, but I think we're going to live with Ekorb. And we are going to upgrade it since we are healing, so. Applies healing slime to every 35 pegs hit, which makes peg durable. Let's see, or prime slime, or power glove. I mean, we're already healing when we hit pegs. Let's take power glove. Normally, I probably would have taken apply the healing slime on hit, but we are just trying to get out of here now. Let's go. We're good. I promise we will get out of here. All right, so we do have things locking our targets on. We're gonna have to slither all the way down here to get to the crits, which won't leave us time to collect gold, unfortunately. If we get a real nice ice circle shot here, we just skip to Echo Orb and just clear the board. Alright, I guess at this point it doesn't matter. What you got for us? Whenever you gain must circle, gained additional +1. Stay wall bouncers contribute to damage here. So we are leaning a little more towards a crit base, but so I'm not really as excited about the must circle anymore. All right, this at least attacks all enemies. I guess that's the bright side here. I'm not a huge fan of this board. It's a newer one. Oh god, I was hoping that had some kind of angle to it. It did not. What do you need to hit? 1? So we barely even hit that, but... Surprised I was able to get it so up and down multiple times in a row there. All right, Mr. Peglin, Mr. Old Weathered Old Peglin, gambling man, we're going to leave. All right, so I guess we just get started, huh? See, we're already chunking him down. He's already down 1,000 damage. I mean, there's a chance we just one-shot him here from Molten Mantle. Yeah, it looks like that's probably what's gonna happen. Yep. That's the power of Molten Mantle. Say if you're good to go with your upgrades and stuff, your Molten Mantle is usually the choice. Nothing new unlocked. So that was Peglin Cruciball 1. For anybody that is new, there are 20 Crucible levels, 1 added difficulty each level. Just compounds each and every time. Gets a little harder. I will have the full list down in the description. Probably with like a break off showing like what ones we have hit so far, and you could see which ones are in the future. But if you took the time to watch this video, I appreciate it. I will try to post more Peglin videos because those seem to be the one that people seem to watch a little bit more. I just, as a adult with a full-time job and family, sometimes it just gets a little harder to find some time to break off and do these. But I do, Peglin is a game I love to play, so I'm hoping to make that a point to do a little bit more of. So you guys have a good time. I did that last time. You guys, thank you for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. I will catch you next time. Take care.